Hello, this is Marcus here from another exciting episode at EV Journey, and I have a Tesla Model 3. Look, there it is. Now, if like me, you've got a Tesla Model 3 that was made during the end of 2022 or the beginning of 2023, it no longer comes with parking sensors. That's right, it no longer comes with something called USS. Let's just have a look. On older Model 3s, you used to get little round parking sensors here, but as you see on this Model 3, all we get is dead insects. No parking sensors at the front or the back. They've been removed to save money. Tesla said to resolve this, they're going to give us something called Tesla Vision that uses the cameras. Okay, but the Tesla Vision software is not currently available on my car, and apparently it's coming this week, so we want to see how good it is. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to drive up my driveway, which is very thin, and this car just about gets up it. If it's a Model Y, I don't think it would get up it, without the USS sensors and without Tesla Vision. Then when I get Tesla Vision installed, we're going to do exactly the same again with Tesla Vision to see how good Tesla Vision is, or if it's not good at all. Obviously we don't have a Tesla with actual parking sensors, so we're going to do this without parking sensors, but I'm just going to explain to you the problem of my drive. We just walk up it. You see here we've got a wall and we've got the house. We can't move the wall or the house, even though I've tried to persuade the neighbour to knock down the wall and lend me about 50 centimetres of his garden, but he's not doing that. So this is the front part of the drive, and this is where we're going to be driving the car in. Let's have a look. On the tape measure, that is 2 meters and 38 centimetres. So I have to drive all the way up this drive here and then get into the garage. The Model 3 width is 1.93 meters, so less than 2.38 meters. That's including the mirrors, and with the mirrors folded it is 1.85 meters. So in theory it should fit, but it gets very tight anyway. We walk up. So we walk up. Now, because this house is quite old, it was built with some magic liquid called Tinto, and the problem is the closer we get, the thinner it gets. So let's measure this side here, which is less than the other side. I've got to take measure from that side to here on the other side of the house, and on this side here it's only 2 meters and 24 centimeters. So that's a bit less than 2.38 meters. It's 12 centimeters difference. So it gets thinner. That's a problem. And then when we get into here, we get into the open bit of the back garden, and then we can just come up to the garage, and the garage could be wider, but the car should fit in the garage. And then going back is even more difficult, because we have to turn around, come against this wall and fit into the back. We're just going to do one way. So we're going to get into the car, we're going to film this and see how easy it is for me to put my Tesla Model 3 up this very thin drive without any sensors and without Tesla Vision. So we're going up here, and what I have to do now is I have to actually fold in the mirrors. Fold in mirrors. As you see, they're folding in. They're both folded in now, so that gives us a little extra bit of space. So now we're going up here very carefully. You see, if we look at the front there, it should be okay. And I'm using the back mirrors here to help me see the space. So you see there, if you can see that, that's the back side mirror is very thin, and that side mirror there is very thin. That's the view of the garden. I actually think I'm a bit too far to the left, so we go up here a bit, and now it's going to get thinner as we go along. So we go along, and we're okay at the moment. And I always keep an eye on this mirror here to make sure it's not rubbing against that side. And as you see, there's no beeps, there's nothing on here at all. There's nothing on here at all to help me. So anyway, we keep going up, and now we're getting into the thinner part. We're nearly at the thinnest part. There's absolutely nothing here to help me, and let's just do a measurement on this thinnest part. So let's stop the car a minute, and I've got a tape measure here. So what's the gap we've got there? Just a rough estimate, but I reckon that's about 20 centimeters. Not too bad actually. Let's see on the other side, what's that? Oh, about 40 centimeters from top of the window, but it's probably more like 30 centimeters. It's actually quite a lot. It's more than I expected, but it does look really, really tight, and it is very hair raising because on a different car, I've actually scratched the mirror against this wall and the other car was thinner. So you have to be careful, but if you just look there, just look how thin the gaps are on the left and the right. Anyway, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to open the garage door, and to do that we've got this magic key. It's opening. But you see there's nothing, no sensors, no nothing. Now you have to be careful not to rub the corner of the car against the corner of the house. So what I'm going to do now to give me better vision, you see there the corner of the house, see there the corner of the house and the corner of the car. Now to give us better vision, I'm going to unfold the mirrors. Unfold the mirrors. As you see, they unfold. So now that gives me a better vision in that mirror of the house, so I won't scratch the car. So now we're going up, because we have to go slightly to the right. If you see that, we have to go slightly to the right to get into the garage. That's okay. So I'll overcompensate a bit here, then I'll level up here, and we're going to the garage. Now the garage is a bit tight, but it should be okay at the garage. And I've got some protection at the end of the garage just so I don't damage the car if I was to go forward too much. So coming into the garage, and one thing I use again is reversing camera. With this model, you use the reversing camera a lot because it gives you more information, because there's no camera at the front to tell you anything. So when I normally get to this number of squares here in the garage camera, I know I'm in a good position, and I'm not hitting anything at the front. Yes, that's good. So it's next day now, and now I have to take the car out of the garage, and I've got two pieces of news. One's bad. I broke a tooth, and I wasn't actually fighting, if you believe that. Hard bit of food. Anyway, I'll have to go to the dentist, I guess. So if you see I've got a bit of tooth missing, you know why. The good bit of news is that the software has been downloaded. The latest software, 23.6.9. When I come back, I'm going to install it, then I'll do the same test again with Tesla Vision. So now we're going to drive out to the garage. This is what I see out of the back mirror. I see hardly anything, to be honest. So we're going to be using the cameras and the mirrors. We're going to have to turn around, and we're going to go back down that small gap again. So let's put the car into reverse. So we're trying to get out of here. If I just stay backwards, it should be okay. Up there. Now this is where I have to be careful. The wing mirrors. That one's going to pass. And that one's going to pass. So coming out of the garage now. Now this is the bit I have to be careful. As you see there, there's the corner of the house. Checking the mirrors. So we're going to have to turn around because I'm not going to be able to reverse out of here. Perhaps somebody could, I can't. Too tight for reversing out of here. So we're going to turn the car around. So there you see we're near the side of the house. So now we're going to turn around. So I'm going to put it into drive. And as you see, there's no beeping, there's no nothing. There's nothing around the car. Again, this is the version without, is it USS? Back into reverse because we've got the washing pole there, which is not a good position. I have to paint the washing pole, to be honest. Right, so we reverse a bit. You see here, there's no beeping or anything, and we're getting very close to the back wall there. So don't want to risk it, that's enough. So put it back into drive and we'll turn around. We go all the way up to here. To this part of the house, we stop, and now we're going to reverse. This is where we use this reversing thing here. So I want to kind of go back towards the garage. So that's very good because it's showing you this line. Yeah, somewhere like that. I want to make sure I don't hit the back. I think it's a bit close. I'm risking it a bit. There, you see the line there is going towards the wall. There's no beep or anything, but just to be safe, I'm going to go forward. Now I'm going to go back again, line it up a bit better. Could have probably done that in one go. Anyway, sometimes I can, but it's better to play safe, but to do it in 2 or 3 turns than 1. So now you see we're coming very close to the garage again. And now we have to move forward down this gap. And first of all, I'm going to close the garage door using this magic key. So let's go forward. I like to have the reversing camera on. So we're going down here, so I have to be very careful that this front bit here doesn't touch. Then I have to fold the mirrors. So now we're entering in here, we're going down. As you can see, it's just like yesterday. It's very hairy, and here it's telling me about software update. But anyway, you see, so this is doing it without Tesla Vision. I'm going to install the update, I'm going to do the same again, and hopefully it's going to work perfectly with Tesla Vision, and it's going to be much easier. So we will see in a bit. I've installed Tesla Vision and we're in my garage, and we're going to reverse out and see how good it is. So first thing we're going to do is put the car into reverse. Look here, park assist is unavailable. I'm going to put my seatbelt on as well. Right door pillar is blocked. But then I wait a few seconds while I put my seatbelt on, and now it's actually telling us. So it's saying we are 50 centimeters from the front of the garage here, which is here where you see those red things there. So it's saying around 50 centimeters. Let's go and check that, shall we? That's the first thing we'll do, we'll check it. Because it does look really nice. It's kind of showing us the walls and the sides, so it's quite helpful. Let's get the tape measure. So what is it? Actually, it's around 53 centimeters. So it said 48 centimeters. It's around 53, I would say. So it's probably about 6 centimeters out. But it could be more based on the bottom. Let's see, shall we? If we go here, perhaps this side here is closer. No, still about the same. Yep, still about the same. If we go around, about 50, 52, 53. So it's saying 47. So what I think it's doing is, I think it's actually giving us the margin, because you don't want to get to 0. So I think it's being a little bit more cautious, which is actually quite a good thing, I would say. I'm impressed. That is really accurate, considering this is using cameras. So you see, when you start the car, it says park assist unavailable. So how long does it take to come up? Right door pillar, camera blocked or obstructed. Now it's come up, so I'm not sure if the right door pillar is working correctly. Let's start reversing, shall we? You see, as I'm moving away from it, the numbers are going up from the front wall, and it's showing me the side wall where it does get thinner because we're going through the garage. Going through the garage at the moment, but it, you know, it is showing this side here is very close. Let's have a look in the mirror. If you can see that in the mirror, you can see the gap. Hopefully the mirror shouldn't hit it. And this side, the gap does seem a bit wider, so I'm not completely centered on the garage. And there's the back view. But anyway, let's keep going. See what that says. It does look really nice, this parking assist. Yep. So that's working. Just keep going backwards, hope we won't scratch the car. So now what I have to do, I have to turn around so I can get... Now what I have to do, I have to turn around so I can go through that gap there to get to the other side. And as we remember, that gap is very thin. I have to make a small turn in here. So I'm turning a little bit to the left, going backwards, because I need to get some space to turn around. So what I have to be careful of is this corner of the car here, that I don't hit that, and that I don't hit the corner of the house here. So use cameras, mirror, and this. You see, it's warning me now that I'm about 60 centimeters from the corner of the house, which will be this corner, which is actually this corner here. Let's go out and check that again. Let's double check the distance. It claimed that we're around 67 centimeters. This looks a bit further than 67 centimeters. Let's have a look. Corner of the house, so I guess from there to there. And I would say we're over a meter, so it's being overly cautious. This side is closer, it's 60 centimeters, but the car is actually coming this way, so I guess it thinks The car's actually coming this way at the moment, so I guess it thinks we're not going to hit anything for the moment. But yeah, but on that gap there, it's definitely being overly cautious. It's about 30 centimetre difference. But anyway, at least it's telling me there's something there. And now I've put it in drive, it's telling me it's only 57 centimetres from there, 56, which is wrong. It's more like a metre. Anyway, we go back a bit more. And we can check on the camera there. Now it's beeping. You see it's beeping because it thinks I'm getting close. Now, it never beeped before. When we didn't have Tesla Vision, it never beeped before. And now it's telling me to stop. Don't know if you saw that. It never beeped before. So the beeping is actually a very good thing. Because without Tesla Vision and without the parking sensors, as we saw, it just gives us no information. We just have to use the cameras and drive. So let's put it into drive. I don't know if you can see that, but there's actually a washing line there. And is it coming up? No, it's not seeing that washing line, and I can just about hit it. I don't know if it's really seeing it or not, but I guess that I'm probably 30 centimeters away from it. I mean, it is a small post and we've got this tree here, so it's difficult for it to see, but I'm pretty sure the parking sensors in my ID3 would have seen that. Turn around here then. And you see, this here is the back wall. This here's the back wall, which is the wall over there. Obviously you can see it on the camera here. The camera, there's the wall. It's telling us we're 39 centimeters. Anyway, I'm now cleared of the washing line post, so I'm not going to test it. Yeah, let's just check if this is 42 centimeters away. Do another measurement check just to see. As you can see here, we're about 90 centimeters away. As you can see, we're about 90 centimeters away, so it was saying 40 centimeters. If you look here, yeah, it's more like 80, 90 centimeters, so yeah, it's off. That one was probably the worst. I mean, it was almost double the distance we've got. I think it's definitely being overly cautious, but that's perhaps a good thing. If you are in a really tight spot, let's just go back, because we know we've got a bit of space. Does it improve if we go back a little bit? It says stop there, stop. And let's have a look. That says stop. Let's see how much room we actually have got. So for stop, that's quite a big gap. And obviously that is, I would say that's at least 60, 65 centimeters. Really, it should be saying stop when we're around 15 centimeters, 20 centimeters, I'd expect. It's still much better than what I had before, which was absolutely nothing, because it does the beeping and all of that. But as we can see, a parking sensor there would be much better, because even in other cars I've had, when it says stop, you're probably a couple of 2 or 3 fingers from actually hitting the object, where here you're a long way away. You see it saying stop again. Anyway, we're going to turn around, turn in here. You see he's complaining about the wall over there, 75 centimeters away, and looking at that, that's more than a meter. I don't need to go out, that is more than a meter. So it's definitely overly cautious. Right, let's go back. And now what I'm going to use to go back is more these lines here than this, because I want to turn around and have to get close up. So yeah, this is not doing anything at the moment. So these lines here, so now I think, because where this white line is here, it's very near the wall, I've perhaps misjudged it a little bit, and I'm actually worried that I'm actually going to hit the car. Does this say anything? If I look in the mirror over there, see, now this is complaining. So I don't know if I'm going to hit the car or not. To me that's a bit risky, and there's no need for me to risk scratching the car, so we're going to drive forward. Try again. See, it's noticing we've got this drive here. I wonder if it's better when we're front on. So basically front on, not at a side angle. Perhaps it's better when we're front on. I'm going to measure that just to double check again. So it's saying 53 centimeters. Let's see what that actually is. Well, that is definitely more than 53 centimeters. I mean, looking at that, it's more than a meter, probably 1 meter 15, 1 meter 20. So Seems in some situations the actual distance you have is double of what the car is saying. And obviously those cheap parking sensors they put on bumpers and stuff is better than this system. But one thing I do like with this system, I mean it may improve because it's just the first version. I mean I'm not sure how much AI can improve this situation. But one thing I do like, which is not what you get with parking sensors, is here it's showing you all the way along the side. Normally parking sensors just show you this part along the front and this part along the back. They don't show you the side, so this is very helpful. For some reason there's a lorry here now, but as you can see in reality there is no lorry. So a lorry has just crashed into us, but that lorry must actually be this tree here, I guess. It's here. So actually see there's no lorry, but it thinks this tree here is a lorry, and we've just crashed into it according to this AI for the win. So we keep going backwards. Yeah, the lorry's gone now, that's good. Because I really didn't want a lorry to crash into me. So it's saying 34 centimeters. And on the camera that looks close. I'm not going to go out and measure it. But yeah, it does look close. So let's go into drive. So it comes around like this. It does look very nice the way they've done it. So now this is the dodgy bit, because I have to go carefully into here and make sure I don't scratch this right hand side, but I don't scratch this side. Now if you look here, it's telling me I'm that many centimeters away. It's telling me I'm 86 centimeters away from hitting that side wall. I think I'm much closer than that. Let's just have a look, because I think this is one where it's not being overly cautious. Theory we're only 27 centimeters away, but I guess it's guessing where the wheels are going. So what it's probably guessing is from here to here. It's from here to here, because I can't hit between there and there because of the direction of the wheels. It's impossible. So probably with the direction of the wheels, it's probably working out I'm going to hit somewhere here, which is probably around 80 something centimeters away. That probably is correct. I think it gives you the point where it thinks you're going to hit, not the actual side points around. Giving you the point here where you think it's going to hit. This red line here is telling us we're really close, and we are, as you can see. And so yeah, let's fold in the mirrors. Fold in mirrors. I can never tire of this. Fold in the mirrors, I love it. So let's go forward then. Hopefully you don't crash the car. So as you can see now, we're getting a lot of beeping. Now the way I do this is I look at this mirror here against the wall. That's why I judge it. Now this is true. In my ID3 with parking sense, it was bibbing and beeping all over the place. It just becomes a point where it's beeping so much it just wasn't useful, even with parking sensors going through this thin part here. You see, look here how much gap we've got from this camera. There's not much gap at all. Left door park assist unavailable. So now it's decided that going through this very tight spot here, the park assist is unavailable. It's not very useful. It'd be nice to see these red lines along here, but it's just decided I give up. It's too difficult. But even parking sensors along here, they really didn't help. Really, it's up to the driver, this part. But it would be nice. Perhaps in the future they could show you where red is in the distance, but I don't know. Just don't think it's built for that, is it? So what we're going to do next is when I come back, because I'm going on a trip, we'll do the other side. Now, since I've got out of this part here, the parking sensors have come back, and I just need to drive out the gate. But overall, it's much better than not having it. But as you can see, it's far from perfect. Do a bit more testing. So we'll just go back up the drive the other way into the garage, and I'll give you my thought. So here we go again. We have to get through this gap, and that's what it's currently saying. I'm not quite sure what this is here. It's just the garden, which is grass. Perhaps picking up the grass. Anyway, let's drive forward and let me fold in the mirrors. Fold in mirrors. There we go. I did actually wash the window when I went out, so it should be cleaner now. It was full of flies. Anyway, let's have a look at this, shall we? You see, we're going up here into this bit here. I'm keeping an eye on these mirrors. So don't scratch the car, hopefully. Getting awfully close, because now it's getting thinner. As you can see, it does show that it's getting thinner, which I guess is a good thing. There we go. You see, when we get up to the thinnest part here, it's complaining. It's okay. That seems to do that quite well, really. The ID3 would beep and beep a lot louder, a lot more with the parking sensors coming through here. And we're just coming out of it now. Oh, I've got washing on the washing line. Anyway, now I'm going to go into the garage. So I line up the garage, I'll open the garage. I'm going to charge the car now, so it's sunny, so I can use solar energy. I think the system is very good, the Tesla Vision. I think it works very well, but it's not perfect. So it's very good because we've got vision along this side of the car and that side of the car, where parking sensors only... park a minute. Where parking sensors only give you the front of the car here and the back of the car. So with parking sensors you get a whole area here that's a blind spot, and it seems that these cameras cover the blind spots. The problem is, in a Tesla you've only got a front camera here which goes down here, which means this whole front part here on this car must be a blind spot. So if a small child or animal was to get in front of the car, I'm not sure it would see it, especially if the car was stationary. So that's very bad. You know, there must be a blind spot here, I guess. Newer Model 3s, they may actually put cameras in the lights which will get rid of this blind spot, but at the moment there's that blind spot. With parking sensors you'll also get a blind spot, and even if you have the radar in the front, this car doesn't have radar, you always get a blind spot. So what do I think the perfect solution would be? I think the perfect solution would be to have parking sensors and Tesla Vision, because with Tesla Vision and parking sensors you can literally see all around the car and there would be no blind spots whatsoever. And parking sensors, I just feel that parking sensors are a bit better at measuring the distance than this system. I mean, like I say, most cars I've got, when it's, you know, saying stop, we've got like 3 fingers worth or 4 fingers, where this, in some case it was saying stop and it's like 30 or 40 centimeters or even more of space that you had left. They should have kept the parking sensors. I'd have paid €1,000 extra for this car to have the parking sensors. I don't know why they removed them. They surely can't be that expensive for Tesla to install, sure. And if they'd done a system with parking sensors and Tesla Vision together, they'd probably have the perfect parking system. Perhaps adding cameras to the front will also enhance it as well. So thank you again for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Leave your comments below, good and bad. I love comments, especially the bad ones. So thank you again, and bye.